When we think about stable and consistent economies in Asia, the first name that comes to our minds is Singapore. The state has constantly improved its resources and financials at an exceptional level since its independence. The way the state evolved from an underdeveloped country to one of the world's strongest economies is truly extraordinary. But a decline has been faced in recent years, as problems like mental health and infertility are increasing at an alarming rate. Today we'll reveal how this economy is physically scattering at an individual level and how worse its future could be if it still remains unnoticed. But before that, we have to understand the factors that made Singapore's economy so strong. Singapore and its independence. Singapore is a small country in Southeast Asia with a population of nearly 6 million people. It is one of the strongest economies in the world that has the best GDP per capita. It is one of the most convenient places to live, and its location has made it a fortune for countless enterprises. For nearly the past 6 decades, it has been progressing at an exceptional level and is one of the manufacturing giants over the globe. Singapore got its independence in 1965 and separated itself from Malaysia. At that time, it was nothing but a tiny state with a population of 1.7 million. In that time, being surrounded by huge economies like Malaysia, Indonesia, Bangkok, and the Philippines, the survival of a tiny newborn state seemed too hard. But thanks are owed to Harry Lee Kuan Yew, who made exceptional reforms to take Singapore's economy to new heights. He fought for its independence and remained its Governor-General for more than 3 decades. All the progress made by today's Singapore is because of the extraordinary amendments made by Kuan Yew. Let's discuss in detail how he made it all possible. Population and its hard work. Liu Yan believed heavily in its people, and right after Singapore's independence, he told them how much he believed in his nation. He showed them proper courage, that they are the only ones that have the option to make their own fortune. Now it depends on them how much they're committed to change their lives. He also told them that the key to success is your hard work. If you want to change your lives, hard work is the key to unlock them. Population has always been encouraged by the state. They used to believe that if you could afford it, then you must have 3 or more children. That provided a great human strength that brought the population to the new heights. Sumptuous strategic location. Singapore is mainly comprised of islands that are mostly surrounded by the Pacific Ocean. This made it a perfect spot for trading by sea, and it became a major strategic hub for business. They knew that the only way to attract money was to make their harbors productive and bring life to their economy. So the biggest harbor of South Asia, the Singapore port, was built here. It attracted great potential and is one of the largest trading hubs over the globe. Bringing investors in. The biggest boost to Singapore's economy was provided by foreign investments. Again, the credit goes to policies made by General Lee Yan. He tried to present its strategic location to potential investors and give them enough reasons to make them invest in Singapore. He even made investor-friendly policies like no taxation for the first 10 years to bring money in. This attracted influential people from all over the world to invest in Singapore. This provided its economy a great boost, and Singapore kept growing at a rate of nearly 10% in the initial 25 years. Evaluating the talent. The state made sure the best of the nation's minds rose up and utilized their skills to benefit the country. This reform by the economy-based state made sure that their best talent was used to its greatest advantage and in the best places to get maximum output. It was designed to bring the best people upward, no matter which background they came from. Their education system is specially designed as a funnel that attracts the sharpest kids to the best colleges according to their assessment results. It separates the masses depending on their skills, and then they attend the places where they could perform the best. It's time to face the consequences. As we discussed earlier, Singapore took great initiatives that boosted their economy in a short time and made them one of the economic giants in the world. But the bitter truth is that a lot of things were compromised to achieve that hallmark. It is rightly said that those initiatives were made to achieve economic progress, but this created a large cost to their own people. Let's have a look at the darker perspectives of the image. Mental health and infertility issues. As we discussed above, Singapore's system was designed to make people work too hard and this built a permanent feeling of being left behind in their minds. They were designed to work in a line and operate accordingly. This excess of work has destroyed their mental peace, and as it comes to mental health, Singapore's nationalists have one of the worst records for mental health. This is also affecting their fertility, as most men are inclined to work like robots without any breaks. This results in late-age marriage and not devoting proper time to their personal lives. This ends up making the infertility rate 15%, with every sixth Singaporean couple infertile. Lack of entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is directly related to having a different point of view and thinking outside the box. But when it comes to people here, they're programmed to work while being bound. They're working like robots and have zero freedom to do things their own way. This even restricts them from making beginner's mistakes, which is the first step to being a successful entrepreneur. This has forced them to work under others, and they are unable to produce businessmen of their own, even while having this much capital. Skyrocketing property prices. Land size is one of the scarcest resources of any state, and Singapore is facing a huge shortage these days due to its unorganized management of population. It has increased almost 5 times in the past 5 decades, and the amount of viable land is decreasing day after day. As a lot of people are moving to Singapore, the land to accommodate this growth has been insufficient, and the prices are sky high. This has made buying a residence too hard for a normal consumer. Feeling of being left behind. As we discussed, the education system keeps a proper look at students' performance. This has made them stay in a continuous sense of competition all through their school careers. Children are conditioned that if they don't perform at their best, they will never be able to make it into a good college. This gives the ones left behind a sense of being insufficient, and that feeling stays with them all their lives. This is acting as a menace for the nation. We could conclude that Singapore's nation has turned into a nation with robotic mentalities. If you want to see more of this sort of content, make sure you subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon. If you liked the video, do drop a like. That's it for today. Take care. We'll be back with more amazing stuff.